Today we're going to learn how to use our calculator and find a quadratic equation using quadratic regression. So for this, we need to have our data. We are given our x value and our y value. So today we have diameter of a circle in centimeters, and our y is how many beans it takes to fill that circle. So our independent variable is our x and our dependent variable is our y. So we are going to enter our x and y data just like we did for linear regression. You're going to hit the Stat button and Edit, and you're going to have your list 1, list 2, and so on. So your x data will go in list 1, and your y data is going to go into list 2. You're going to enter the data in ordered pairs exactly as it is lined up in the table. Don't mix up your x and y's. Once you have entered in all your data, you want to hit Window and go up and adjust your window according to your data. So set your x minimum to a little bit less than your smallest x value, and your x maximum to a little bit more than your largest x value. And the same with your y. Go to your y minimum, pick a number that is a little smaller than your smallest value, and for the maximum, something that's a little larger. In this case, our largest y value was 138, so I picked 150 for my window. Now you're going to go and you need to plot your data as points instead of as a line. So you're going to do second and stat plot, and it's going to give you a screen like this. You're going to want to turn your stat plot on. So you press, at this point you're going to press enter. Then you'll see this screen with stat plots, and you're going to make sure plot 1 is on. When you do this, go back and press the graph button, and you will see your data points on the screen in the window that you set up. Before you calculate your quadratic equation using the quadratic regression, you're going to want to go into your catalog and turn on your diagnostics. This will give you an r-squared value that will tell you how good your quadratic equation fits your data. So to turn on your diagnostics, you need to go to Second, Catalog, which is down at 0. Once you do that, you'll scroll down to the D's and find where it says Diagnostic On. You'll press Enter, and then it'll tell you Diagnostic On has been done. Now you're ready to go back to Stat and over to Calc, and this time, instead of pressing 4 for linear regression, we're going to do a 5 for quadratic regression. So go ahead and press that, and it'll say quadratic regression, and it'll show your list, and you're going to go ahead and press enter. Once you do that, you should get your quadratic regression answer. So it'll say quad reg at the top, y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Your answer is going to be given in standard form. You're given an a value, your b value, your c value, and you're also given that r squared value. That tells you how close this line fits the data that you put in. So 0.9986 is a pretty close fit. You want it to be as close to 1 as possible. The closer to 1 this number is, the better your line fits your data. Well, we saw that our quadratic equation is going to be 1.502x squared plus 1.70x minus 4.124. There's a lot of decimal numbers, and there's a way that we don't have to write it down and then type it back into the calculator. We're going to go ahead and pull that information up from the calculator into our y equals, and it will put it in and graph it for us. So after you hit y equals to graph, you are going to press the button VARS, V-A-R-S, for variables. Once you're in this menu, you're going to hit 5 for statistics. After that, you get this screen and you want to arrow over to the equation arrow over twice to equation, and then press enter. What that is going to do is put your equation right into the y equals. Then you just hit graph, and now you have your quadratic line plotted on top of your data points.